Alright, welcome to another video. Today I'm going to be showing you how to clean the Canon FD 50mm f1.4 SSC version, which is the breech lock version of it. This lens has a lot of fungus, as you can see, and so it really needs a cleaning. This makes the lens unusable. Really because of the effect that the fungus has on the image. So I have here a clean version of the lens so I can show you what it looks like when it's clean and when it's dirty. I put them side to side so you can see. Okay, so this is a clean version. Okay, I'll show you the back. As you can see on the left side, you can see the fungus right there, and then the right side, it's pretty clean. The only reason why the lenses look different is because on this lens I have a step-up ring. Okay, I use this just so that I can have the same variable ND on all my lenses so that I don't have to be carrying a lot of NDs with me. So if you want to see what the lens looks like after it's been cleaned, make sure to watch the video until the end. Okay, before we get started, I wanted to show you the tools that I'm gonna use to clean the lens. So right here I have a set of JIS precision screwdrivers. The reason why you want to use a JIS set of screwdrivers is because if you use regular Phillips screwdrivers, you may end up stripping the screws on the lens, and you don't really want to do that. So for this specific lens, you're gonna need JIS screwdrivers. This one right here is a 2mm, and this one right here is a 2.5mm, which are the two that I'm gonna be using for this specific lens. Next, I have a set of small flatheads, just in case I need them. Pliers. The next thing I'm going to use is a lens suction pen, also known as lens sucker. And the way that this works is you connect this suction cup on the tip of the pen, and then you use this to take out the lens element on the lens once you're ready. So it has pretty good grip, so I'll show you how it works in a little bit. We're also going to be needing a few of these ring remover rubber tools, which is going to be used to remove this ring right here in front of the lens. Also, you may know one of these already, a spanner wrench, which is to remove some elements on the lens. A rocket blower to remove some of the dust. The reason why you want to use a rocket blower is because the air is more gentle on the lens, whereas if you use compressed air, you might end up pushing some of the dust into the lens, and you don't want to do that. So I would recommend use this instead. And we're going to be using some Pancro to clean the lens elements and some Kim Wipes. One hack that I wanted to show you is that these screwdrivers don't have a magnet on the tip, so when you're trying to grab the screws on the lens, they won't stick to the screwdriver. So a quick hack would be to simply get a magnet, and then you're gonna place your screwdriver on it for a few minutes, and this is gonna create a temporary magnet. So whenever you are ready to start working on the lens, you just simply grab it and it'll stay in there. So let me show you again. This screwdriver right here doesn't have magnet, so as you can see, and they're the same brand, same thing. Okay, so no magnet, right? So I'm gonna place it on the magnet for a few seconds. I'm gonna leave it there for a few seconds, and then I'm gonna show you that you can just simply activate this as a temporary magnet. Okay, So let's get started. First, we're gonna start with the front element, okay? So in order to get to the front element, we need to remove this ring in front of the lens. So for that, we're gonna need one of these removal rubbers that we have. Okay. As you can see, SSC is right here. Now we're spinning it, it's on this side. So we simply have to keep going. Okay, we're almost there. We can just simply grab it. Okay. Now we can just use our pliers to remove it. Okay, I put this to the side. And the next thing we need is our spanner wrench. Okay, so we're gonna be needing to get this front elements out first. So we're gonna go into the inner dents, which is this one right here, not the one on the outer ring. Okay, we're gonna go into the inner ring first, which is the first element that we want to remove. Okay. Okay. We're simply just gonna spin. Okay. And we have to be careful because we don't want to scratch the actual element of the glass. We don't want to scratch it because then that's gonna defeat the purpose of cleaning the lens, right? So you have to be real careful. Okay, so now that we have removed the first ring, the first front element is loose, so we can just grab it with this lens suction pen. And I'm gonna use this rubber here to place the element and keep it in a safe spot. Okay, so careful, we have it. Okay, just place it right here. Okay. Right, now that we're actually getting to clean the front elements, I wanted to grab some of my rubber gloves so that I can make sure I don't damage the glass. So as you can see, this first element is pretty dirty. Yeah, I don't know if you can tell. Yep, there it is. So as you can see, the part that needs cleaning is not this element that's here, it's underneath this, so we need to dig deeper into this. So for that, we're gonna remove this outer ring right here with our spanner wrench. Okay. Okay, I do believe it's ready to come out, so we're gonna grab again our suction pen. And for this guy might be... Let's try this guy. Okay. Yeah, there we go. Alright, as you can see, this is the part that needed cleaning. So we're gonna get to it now. Let's see. I'll put this right here. Okay. And also this inner part right here needs some cleaning. Okay, so we need to take this element out also so that we can check the inside of it to make sure there's nothing in there. And to do that, we're gonna grab our tool. Okay, measure it, make sure it's all right. Okay. Simply just grab the back end of it. Yeah, okay. Alright, I think, yeah, only the back part of it, it's the one that has the fungus. I don't know if you can tell, but this is a really bad area on the element, and then the front is not so bad actually. Okay, I'm gonna put this to the side real quick. Inspect this element. Seems to be very clean. Wasn't expecting that, to be honest. Right, we're gonna put this away. Okay. Okay, we're gonna put this away real quick so that we can clean the damaged glass. Okay, so Kim Wipes, Pancro. Okay. Yeah, the fungus damaged the glass. Yeah. The fungus damaged the element now, so it seems like it's just marks now on the lens, okay. Let's give it another try. So it seems like the fungus actually damaged the element, but hopefully the parts that we were able to clean will be enough to give us a better image and see if the lens is usable. Okay. We're gonna put this to the side. We're gonna clean the next element. It's very upsetting when you are not able to fix a lens that you were excited to fix. But sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. Not much we can do about it. At least not on my end. Okay. This is looking better than before. Goes here. Okay. Okay. So it's ready to be placed back. Alright. So yes. I don't know if you can see how dirty it is, but it was pretty dirty inside. It was just a simple wipe. Gotta keep cleaning it so that we get it in the best condition we can. It's looking a little bit better, but at the same time it seems like the element is also damaged from the inside from all the fungus. Look how dirty it is too. Okay, before we put it back, I want to make sure there's no more dust in here. You always want to dust it with the element facing down so that the dust actually falls off and not just moves inside of it when you're blowing on it. So you blow on the lens with the element facing down so the dust falls down. Okay. And then again, we make sure there's no more dust in here. grab front here. Cleans up too. Okay. Again, we want to be careful here because we don't want to damage the glass. If we scratch it, defeats the purpose of cleaning the lens. So just go slow if you feel like you need to. There's no rush. Also, if you feel like you may need to readjust, just go for it. Okay. All right. Getting there. And I may need to readjust again. To put back this front ring, we're gonna need the rubber tools. Make sure the ring is tight so it doesn't come off. So as you can see, the front elements are looking better than before. So we have to keep going and work on the rear elements to make sure that the lens is at its best. Okay, so for the back elements, just go ahead and remove the back cap. And right next to this pin to the left, inside of the silver ring, there is a switch that you have to press so that you can spin this ring. Let's show you again. See if you can zoom in closer. You see this part in here, you press it. You don't want to press it so that you can spin this. And you want to spin this to be able to get to the 3 screws that you're gonna have to find in the back here. Just 1, 2, 3. And for that we're gonna use the 2.5 millimeter screwdriver. third one. Okay. It's a little stuck in there. That's why you're gonna need the JIS screwdrivers, because if you are trying to take off a stubborn screw, you might end up stripping it if you use one of these regular Phillips screwdrivers. Okay, so when you're ready to remove this, you're simply gonna pull it up. Okay. One thing I wanted to mention is I'm working on declicking this lens, so as you can see there's no spring or there's no clicking at the moment, but we'll have to show you about it later. To remove this back element, we are simply gonna use our wrench tool, and we're gonna go into the small dents, just one right here and one right here. Again, I apologize about the car noises. I live on a busy street and there's nothing I could do about the sound. If you guys have any suggestions, I'm open to ideas to be able to get a better sound. Okay. Yeah, as you can see, this element is pretty dirty from the outside, and see from the inside too. It's really bad. Okay, here. Okay, to get to the inside of this element, we have to unscrew this little ring inside of it. So again, a wrench here. We're gonna use a wrench here. And like I said, you want to be really careful with this parts because we don't want to damage the glass. So just take it slow. Alright. Put this to the side. And now we can use our suction pen to remove this element. It'll come right off. And it seems like this is also not the damaged part. Seems like this is clean. Okay, so the inner element here is glued, so it's not being able to come off with the lens sucker. As you can see, it's just staying in place. But we're gonna give it a clean, just since we're touching the element, and we want it to be at its best. So. Be fine. We're gonna put this ring back in place. Okay, And now we're gonna get to clean our elements here in the back. So it's looking better than before, which is good. Okay. We're gonna put this back. Seems like there's something here on the edges. Don't know if it's also fungus that damaged the glass or it's just not like new, but it's better than before, so we can work with that. I'm gonna put this back. Okay, so let's make sure there's no dust in here, so that we can put back our lens together. Grab this guy right here. Make sure also there's no dust. No dust on either side. Okay, that seems good. So place back in place. And this guy. Oops. Make sure there's no dust in there. No dust in here. Okay, let's make sure it's tight. Okay. For it to put back the back mount of the lens, we have to match the 3 holes, which these three right here, these three right here. This pin right here has to match with this pin that's in here. Okay. And then this fork right here matches with this pin right here, which is with this pin, which is the aperture pin. So the way to do it is you match the 3 holes, this pin with the first pin I showed you, and you were gonna want to pull on this pin right here to match it with the fork so that you can go in. Okay, now that it's in, you just simply, okay, here, okay, here, there, you just have to match the holes so you can put back those screws. So one thing I would recommend is to make sure that the aperture is working. So it seems like our aperture is working. We can control it, and we can test it now. See, like I said before, I'm working on declicking this lens. So I removed some of the springs inside of the lens, and now, although I don't have the click anymore, there is another spring closing down the aperture. So that's something that I have to fix as well, but that might be in a different video. We'll see. Let me know down in the comments if you would like to learn how to declick this lens. Now all that's left to do is test it. We're gonna compare our dirty lens now that's being cleaned with a clean version of the same lens, and we're gonna compare it back the same lens when it was dirty and now that it's been clean. See the difference. But yes, as you can see, it looks so much better now, but at the same time there were some things that I wasn't able to remove because it seems like the fungus just completely damaged the element in there. But it seems to be looking better than before, so hopefully we can see some noticeable change in the image after we cleaned it. So here's sample footage of our lens before cleaning. You can see how the fungus and haze make the image look foggy and not very sharp. The sample here is the same lens after cleaning. It's a lot sharper now, and we were able to get rid of the foggy look from before. This is before and after footage to show you the difference between a lens with fungus and the same lens after it has been cleaned. And as you can see, there's a big improvement in the image quality, and the image is now sharper than before. I also wanted to show you a version of a clean lens and what it looks like. This is a side-to-side comparison of a clean lens and a dirty lens after it has been cleaned. So as you can see, they look very similar, with the image on the right looking a little bit better. Unfortunately, some of the elements were damaged by the fungus, but cleaning the lens gave it a second life, and now the lens is ready to be used again. If you have any questions, leave them down in the comments and I'll be happy to reply. And make sure to like and subscribe to see more videos like this. Thanks for watching.